Hello and welcome to Where They Went. Who they are, I'm not too sure, but according to the HIO page, we aren't running away from them, we're running towards them. So without further ado, we'll start our journey. Bellatine Eve. Rule 31. At least it's not Rule 34, because otherwise that would be a very different game. Never enter the forest on Bellatine Eve. The veil between us and them is thin. Little shadowed branches break against your skin, turn fresh gashes into your cheeks and arms. Hiss as cruel rain pours down, stinging your open wounds. Cold night air does nothing for your burning lungs. Each inhale sets them aflame once more, as you sprint through a dense thicket. Never enter the forest on Bellatine Eve, they said. For those who enter are never seen again. You stumble in the jagged underbrush, tears into your calves. I don't know what it is with me not being able to pronounce words today. Wince is all you manage as you continue onwards, sure whether it's blood or rain dripping down your legs. Crescent moon hangs high in the Bellatine Eve, or as Bellatine Eve reaches its crux, and the forest shadows come alive, reaching clawing towards you. Rule 19. They lurk in the shadows of the forest. Pay no heed to them, and they will return the kindness. Remember tales from when you were a child, about beings that skirt the line between our realm and theirs. Ghostly creatures that seep into our reality, drifting at the corners of your vision, waiting for the moment you're foolish enough to meet their gaze. Snakes that wear human skin, with sharpened eyes, and that see of fear, and forked tongues that speak in temptation. Scavengers that feast without remorse, seeking any poor desperate enough to beg for a demon's help. Pray you never catch their attention, they say. For once a predator finds their prey, they'll never let it escape. You stare into the abyss of the forest, all too aware of the dangers that skulk within you. Guess we're calling them. Voice rings out, only for thunder to smother it. Wind howls in your ear, shadows dance beneath the moon's light. Forest listens to you, laughs at your duress. Blood rushes to your temples as far as fear begins to set in. Vengeance stamps it out. Jaw taunt, you move forward. Ignore the growing weight of your drenched clothes, guided the chill night air, watching gaze of they who lurk in the shadows. Now resolved to course through you will get your revenge. You push on, knowingly encroaching upon the forest territory. Listen for another sign of them. But, as in the case in your own realm, call for help only falls upon the ears of the wicked and the indifferent. Desperation makes the journey torturous, endless, but eventually you happen across two paths. One that is silent and steady, speaking only of the same dark canopies that you have already been subject to, and another that whispers to you, promising to fulfill every twisted desire that rises in the corners of your mind. Rule 6. Some paths house palpable evils. When you come across one, avoid it at all costs. You will avoid whatever awaits at the end of it. Your eyes flicker between the two paths, but you already know which one to take. Well, I don't actually get much of a choice. We take the Whispering Path. There's no layer of hell you aren't willing to fall to. No layer that would be worse than the one in which you will certainly live. Rain-soaked mud scorches beneath your feet as you step on the path where definite ruin awaits. Deep in the forest, the veil between realms thins. You can sense them swarming around you, passive onlookers, from before mutating into eager sirens. Their arcane surritations grow louder, and the air thickens with tangible excitement. Don't let the mist is coming in. Forest's dense canopy smothers the silver moonlight. Hidden from the moon's clear beams, your heart races in your chest as gnarled shadows lash around you. They beckon you, and the world falls silent. Maybe not for us, because there's some very creepy ambience. No longer did you hear the sound of raindrops drawing against the forest canopy, wind howling in your ears, even your own heartbeat thudding in your chest. All you hear is them. Rule 12. The speaker with voices of honey and song. Whispered caresses weave amongst the mist of wind. Do not be tempted. Do not heed their call. Voices are sweet, their promises even sweeter. Close now, vengeance is within reach. Your mouth waters at the thought. Heed their call. You answer and your voice joins the swelling tempest of whispers surrounding you. Wind whips your face, a shade just barely perceptible, merges from the aether, clutches your heart in icy grip. Soul laid bare, you summon every emotion that brought you here. The only emotions that keep you tethered to the plane of the living. Retribution, anguish, fury. You'll do whatever it takes to appease the pain that haunts every hollow of your body. Anything to. But as quickly as it comes, Spectre releases you. Gone is its icy grip around your heart. Gone is the swirling tempest of whispers that once surrounded you. And gone is the sweet taste of promised vengeance. All that is left is the one emotion that they do not accept, and the one true emotion that the Spectre has sensed. Desperation. Breath is sharp and short. Fall to your knees, shivering and wet. Storm roars above, and moonlight finally peeks through the canopy once more. Your only companion on a cruel and lonely night. You beg and plead for them to return. For if you are denied even this, what's left for you is the forsaken world. But the night is silent. You feel the wispy tendrils of their promises slip through your fingers. Is there truly no one hungry enough to listen? Rule 3. They exist all around us. The sea, the trees, the very ground we walk on. Take caution. Pray you never wake them. Yeah, well, kinda too late for that, I think. Well, we have awoken them. They don't seem to be too interested in us, but hopefully there isn't any other unlucky souls out here in the forest tonight. Could otherwise, R.I.P. I guess. They will not heed your calls. You will force them to. We entered this forest with one desire. New life or untold powers. Yeah, untold powers is never the way to go, because that usually ends up going astray very quickly. So let's try a new life. And they will give it to you. She begged for your wish to come true, fall to your knees, weight of everything finally becoming too much to bear. Why are you here? Or did you come here thinking that there was even a chance for your life to magically turn around, like some beautiful fairy tale? You should have known better. Life has taken everything from you, beaten you down and left you out in the chilling rain, with no hopes of salvation. Why would things turn around now? Maybe a part of you knew that. Maybe deep down, you had another wish to at least escape from this cruel reality. Being away from the world that has tossed you aside, surrounded by nothing but the swaying trees, sounds so peaceful. But as you close your eyes and take it all in, realize that although the idea of freedom sounded nice in theory, reality is more frightening. Death is an escape, but it's eternal. You don't know what lies beyond. Damnation, salvation, or a flashbang. That's when you picture it. World with you next to one you've lost. That could have existed if life had shown you just an ounce of kindness. Fiancé, family member, or best friend. Let's go with fiancé. It seems most appropriate. A world with your fiancé. What would you do if you saw them again in a world free of monsters? You'd run to them and embrace them, even though you know you wouldn't be able to lose them again. Hold on to them for dear life. You tell them how much you love them. Repeat it 1,000,000 times over because it felt like you never told them enough, or they were still with you. Does a world like that exist, or is there nothing left? You wouldn't know the answer until it was too late. You hug yourself tightly. I want to live. Picture the faces of the ghoulish people who took your fiancé from you. For what? A mere bit of coin? Didn't care about that person's blood, was so callously spilled onto the cold floor of some alleyway. Body left to rot like yesterday's trash. But they weren't trash. They were treasure. Your treasure. That was selfishly stolen from you. If only you'd been born in another body. If you'd been someone of great importance, you could have swayed others to do your bidding without so much as a rebuttal. You would have been able to take refuge behind gilded walls and guards stationed all over for your protection. A life like that, you wouldn't have known the pain of loss. But you were nobody. Teeth chatter as you whisper your plea, the brittle air tightening its grasp on you. Try not to shake free, or you try to shake free of it, craving warmth. but to no avail. You can barely feel your tears cascade down your face. Please, somebody, anybody, heed my call. I want to live. I will do anything. Last of your strength, you yell out to the silent forest, hoping that your words will break through and reach your savior. Nothing but a tantalizing morsel of food, waiting to be captured in the jaws of a great predator. Feel exposed, weak, more fragile than a leaf in the wind. All the traits of a delightful prey to toy with before devouring it whole. Still, you continue to cry out to the darkness of the forest, hopes that those who may shut their jaw around you will instead take pity on your despairing pleas. That's when you feel something brush against your cheek. Something slick, but warm. It's the first scrap of warmth you felt in a long while. Wish to feel it again. As if hearing your thoughts, the sensation returned and lingered. Your touch is warm. Can't help but lean into it, finding a new presence comforting. Yeah, I'm guessing that is what they do to lure us in before chomping down on us. As you do, you feel just as dry and scaly. Well, you feel just how dry and scaly the skin is. As if they've been born this plane's existence for far longer than you. Oh, what do we have here? Okay, definitely not liking the ambience now. Voice rose inside your head. Words sound sweet compared to what you used to, but the tone is sickly, as if it takes pleasure from your suffering. Rule 12. They speak with voices of honey and song. Whispered caresses weave into the wind. Do not be tempted. Do not heed their call. Your eyes shoot open. You find yourself in a thick shroud of fog. You search for the source of the voice. Chuckle rings out nearby. Grass rustles behind you. And from it, a slender figure emerges. Unknown entity slithers towards you, breaking through the fog like sunshine on a stormy day. Mere foot away, an older gentleman watches you with gleaming ruby eyes. Lose yourself in their glow. When was the last time you saw something so dazzling? Entity bends down and tucks a single strand of their hair behind your ear. With their scaly hands, smoke as they trace your jawline with one calloused finger. I thought rabbits knew better than to hop through the woods on Beltane Eve. But here you are, crying for help in a forest surrounded by grotesque monsters, dying to eat someone as small as you for dinner. Or maybe a light snack. It's a good thing I'm not so ill-mannered. They squint their eyes at you in delight, as if they've just come across a present wrapped in a tight little bow. There's no doubt about it. They're Fae, as enchanting as legends say. Likely just as dangerous. Yet you can't look away. The way their eyes drink and your appearance makes you feel odd. Mine screams at you to push them away, but your heart, is dancing to the sound of their baritone voice, that dangerous warm feeling that you're experiencing overrides everything, including your common sense. Oh great, you're a monster fucker, aren't you? You seek something, yes? Tell me, little rabbit, what is it you desire? Perhaps I can be of assistance. Temptation coats their words. You can't help but inch closer. They don't seem to mind. The way they say little rabbit tickles you in the best way possible. With a face this close, you could see the features in more clearly. Under the smoldering gaze, crow's feet decorate the corners of their eyes. Barely perceptible wrinkles stretched across their forehead. I guess they do. I never even really quite noticed that, but yeah, the design for this creature is kinda cool. I like it. But what sticks out most are the large patches of scales on their body. One on the left side of their face, and another on their neck that cascades down their chest before disappearing beneath their silk clothing. This harsh reminder of their true form snaps you back to reality, and you start to fight whatever spell they put you under. Who are you? Soon you start to come to. Their face relaxes with a slight frown tugging at their lips. Ah yes, I suppose introductions are in order. Taking your hand in theirs, they kiss it with a wicked smirk, and you shiver. I have been called many names, but you may know me as Fresco. And you? Are you going to give your name, or will I have to force it out of you? Actually, hold on. Shit. I was about to say, what's the harm in giving him our name, but, my memory serves me right, you don't give Faye your name, because that could be, kinda dangerous. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna tell them my name just yet. Yeah, Rule 11. Never give your name to a Fae, for there is power in a name. Yay, I actually remembered something about Fae folklore stuff. One of the many rules you long repeated before you start a journey rings in your head like an alarm bell. Shake your head and yank your hand out of theirs, taking a step back. Finally, you're grounded again. Ears register the uneasy ambient forest once more. You can see the fog and trees. You're no longer obscured by the Fae. Now you're fully aware of the looming danger standing before you. I need to get a hold of myself. Can't be lulled into a false sense of security. Standing before Fae on Ballotine Eve, the second you aren't careful is the second your life is forfeit. But disobeying them is just as deadly of a choice. You have to give them what they want without endangering yourself. You can call me. Oh, interesting. We can create a name for ourselves. Well, we had to go with our usual red shirt, so they smirk. Well, aren't you a smart little rabbit, red shirt? Typically, desperation rots the brain, yet here you are, still with your wits about you. Mayhaps you aren't as foolish as I thought you were. Maybe desperate, but I'm no fool. It remains to be seen. Now, I wonder why you're here. After all, you're at my feet, sitting on your hands and knees, begging for help. And while I quite enjoy the sight of you down there, I do feel a little bad seeing you in such a compromising position, especially when you look so helpless. Now, what can Fresco do for you? As much studying as you've done, the books that you've read didn't prepare you for this part. The deal. Want a new life. Do anything for that. Anything, you say. My, such a big promise from somebody so feeble. Are you prepared to pay the price then, my little rabbit? With trepid hands you reach for coins jingling in your pouch, but the Fae lurches backwards, noise displayed on their face. You humans and your undying belief in money. Do you truly think money holds any weight to somebody like me? It may with lowly rats, but I value something far greater in exchange for all my services. You were right. As much as you read about this, the books never went into detail about what else a Fae could want. Just left you with one option. Then stop beating around the bush and name the price. Oh, feisty as well. I think I may take a liking to you by the end of this. You play your cards right. Lick their lips with their forked tongue as they bask in your tempting desperation. Anything, you say. But truthfully, you aren't sure what you have to offer. Clothes on your back are tattered and soaked. It's doubtful even an orphan would take them if you offered. Money? Right, valueless. Yourself? Perhaps, but like any broken old toy, they'd had to fix you first. Do they even want to? Fresco slowly tails their fingers up your arm. You're hungry for a new life, correct? They demand something equal in exchange. Oh, so we need to go kill something, right? Of course we do. Such as, well, it's been a while since I've encountered a human, but not quite the appetite. Perhaps you can be the one to quench my hunger? Lick their lips once more, but this time they're looking at you in the same way a predator looks at their prey. Oh, why are you staring at me like some foul beast? Are you that terrified of giving me a piece of you? All I want is a finger or two. Oh, okay, I guess that sacrifice is gonna be me. At least partly. My fingers? I mean, what's a few fingers compared to starting a new life, I guess? Let's go burst into a demonic fit of laughter. You humans really are incredibly gullible. Last human fingers, no matter the amount, are enough for a deal of this kind. They spread out their arms in a grandiose fashion. Like I said, demand something of equal value. An eye for an eye. Someone else's life, that is your payment. Give me that and I'll help you shed your skin and transform into someone new. How fortunate that I can make you such a generous offer. Blood runs cold as the face standing before you, so casually told you murder is the key to your salvation, smiles. Can you do that? Can you kill someone, red shirt? I didn't like that, I put it in red as well. You try your best to imagine what it would be like killing someone in cold blood. It definitely screams as you push a knife further into their body, piercing one of their vital organs. Fall to the ground and you get to see life fade from their eyes as they exhale their last breath, nail in the coffin for you both. Look down at your shaking hands. For a brief second you see it. You're covered in someone else's blood. Blood? Oh God, the blood. It's everywhere. On the ground, your surroundings, on your hands and your face. Scarlet color and the putrid iron smell stain more than your clothes. Stays into the darkest corners of your mind. Nearly vomit. Is that a price you're willing to pay? Do you have what it takes to be a cold-hearted murderer? And if you did, how would that differentiate you from the bastard that killed your fiancée? Seeing you distressed, Fesco playfully throws their arms into the air with a chilling grin. No, don't. Or don't. I'll have fun either way. Just as your determination is about to falter, Fiancé's face flashes in your mind, bringing a smell that could warm your heart. Language's sweet melody in your ears, and her voice is so full of energy and optimism, despite your standing. You're nothing but your fiancé, but your fiancé made you feel like something. And then, that pallid, lifeless body laying out in the alleyway near the marketplace. They told you they were going out for a quick errand. Little did you know that they were going to make your favorite meal that day, one you hadn't had in ages. Those ingredients were spilled out onto the ground, covered in dirt and their blood. A life this cruel isn't worth living. That's why you need a new one. That's why you're here. An eye for an eye, Fresco said. A reasonable enough offer. They have been known to be more unfair. You gulp as you swallow the idea of killing someone, as if to convince yourself this bargain is in your favor. That's right. Perhaps it is in your favor. After all, Fresco didn't note who you had to kill. You could kill anyone, heartless murderer or some other selfish abusive scum. Right, this isn't a bargain, it's an opportunity. You have a new life and rid the world of trash. It doesn't have to be anyone in particular, right? I can kill whoever I want. Fresco pauses, eyes widening a bit at your sudden change of mood. Correct. Anyone you wish can be the target of your brutality. It could be a random grandmother, a fluent noble who got too cocky and decided to roam these woods, or some drunk who doesn't have their wits about them. A life is a life. I don't discriminate. Once I do, I'll have my new life. One that I truly desire. Oh, that you desire. And pray tell, what is this new life you crave? A life of love, freedom, and power. I guess of love? Since you lost your fiancé, you become a husk of your former self. You can barely eat. There are days where you'd rather stay in bed and look out the window. Watch time slowly tick away from day to night. Heart wrenches just thinking about your now too large bed. It seemed so small when you had a partner. Now it's just empty. You have all the space to move around in. It's weird. It doesn't feel right. The new life and perhaps the new love. You can move forward and experience a warmth in your chest that you long thought impossible for yourself. Happiness. I wish for a new life with a new love, Fresco. Quicker brow. Truly. You nod. That's... It's what? Don't reply, keeping their thoughts to themselves. They think about your wish, you can't help but feel anxious. Truly this easy? One lost life or your dreamed one? But if you end up giving me the life of someone starving, pretty commoner, then consider our deal forfeit. Fresco glanced daggers at you. Careful how you use that tongue of yours, little rabbit. Might have thought you mistook me for some other low-level fae. So you're promising me a life for grandeur? Well, that all depends on how you define grandeur, doesn't it? Lower their voice to a whisper. Ether whispers of a way to turn human into a fae. Would you like to be the first to prove that theory true? What? A fae? But then I can't leave the forest. What kind of life is that? Or you can protest any further. Fresco wraps their arm around your waist and pulls you towards them. Place your hands on their chest and attempt to push them away, but to no avail. The hold is too strong. Leaning close, their white and black strands of hair brushing across your neck, and breath tickling your ear. Don't put up too much of a fight now. You're the one who was begging. All I'm doing is giving you what you want. Look at me. Hand crosses your chin and then your chin. Oh, your cheek and then your chin. I got confused, like, wait, why did it talk about chin twice? Before forcing you to look them straight into their eyes. Heart begins to race, and your senses dull one more as you take in their visage. The arc in their furrowed right brow is perfectly sculptured. Laying there looking at you, similar to how your fiancé used to look at you in the bed right before clothes were thrown off and you lost yourself to ecstasy. Try to fight the growing heat in your body, but can't avert your gaze. Inadvertently, your eyes flicker to the delicate curve of their Cupid's bow. The quiet voice at the back of your mind whispers you to close the distance, but you fight against those urges. For now, your self-control continues to slip away as Fresco wraps their other arm around you, bringing you even closer to them. Earlier you said you wanted a new life with a new love, but would that really solve your problem? After all, you can lose them, and then you'll be back to square one. They do have a bit of a point there. Why not wish for a life where you know you will have to lose again, or never lose again? Loss is a foreign concept to us. I mean, look at us. You're asking me for help. Yes, you'll get a new life, but what did I lose in this little exchange? This little exchange balance? A little bit of power. The life you're giving me will replenish what I lost tenfold. All I do is gain. They are unstoppable. They're ethereal and eternal. Most importantly, they do not abide by your laws. If you become a Fae, hand smoothly glides down from your cheek to your lip. They typically pluck at your bottom lip with their thumb. Legs start to wobble under their touch and their gaze. That is racing a mile a minute. The same part of you wishes to resist, but the side of you that has lost that will remain spellbound. Lacks this feeling. Weren't sure you could feel this way again. You could do whatever you wish in your new body. Experience new things. Lose the ability to fear and learn to live as one should. As I speak those words, smooth as silk, trace your collarbone with their index finger, and pluck at the hem of your wrinkly patchwork shirt. Doesn't that sound grand? Well, I don't have much of a choice. I guess we agree. Yes. Voice quivers, just like your legs. It's unbelievable how easy it is for them to make you crumble. Begin to wonder if they've done this to others. Poor unfortunate souls whose fates you're liable to share. Or if you're just a special case until they grin. Just widely enough to show off their two fangs. All sense of warmth leaves your body. Blood immediately runs cold. 1. Ever happen upon a snake in the woods? Run far, far away. Common sense finally takes hold of you. All of you. Once again you try to push Fresco off of you, but their grip on you is firm. They open their mouth wide and you can see just how sharp their fangs really are. You're only given a brief moment to prepare before they dive their canines into your neck. Pain shoots through your entire body and your mind goes blank. Every part of you begs for mercy, but Fresco hasn't gotten their fill. So they relentlessly continue to infuse something into your bloodstream. Frozen eyes meet yours and they smile proudly. Finally, they release you. What remains are the tiny specks of blood that drip down your neck. Their long tongue, they lick the blood from your neck. You hear them moan softly. Bloodied lips brush against your ears. Goosebumps run across your body. Tell me, little light, whisper into your ear. How did you know about the intricacies of my kind? Known to come here, all too aware of the dangers that lurk behind the trees, realizing your fate even under the depths of my spell. How many countless nights did you spend studying my rules? Their rules? Try to open your mouth and speak, but all that comes out is a flat-sounding grumble. Put a finger to your lips. Are you sure that's the wisest way to spend what's left of your energy? You don't respond. Good, Wretched. Now, you survive your trial, I'll answer that question of yours. But only then. I don't reward failure. Release your hold on you. You collapse to the ground, hard. to the cold, hard ground. Convulsing, body twitches and contorts beyond humanly possible. It's hot, unbearably hot. Rain does little to cool you as beads of sweat pool down your face. Heart races as the world begins around you spins. The help of a tree rise to your feet. Look at fresco as all they do is point forward. So that's the direction you rush off to. Your arm was flailing about you as you try to keep your balance. Where are you going? You don't know. Why are you running? You don't know. Why did Fresco point you in this direction? Why did you listen? You keep running, but there's no one in sight. You see a tree's darkness and damn fog that's so thick you nearly suffocates you. There has to be something here, right? That's why you're running in this direction, right? As your breaths become short and labored, tall shadows loom towards you. They're laughing at you, mocking you. Your grating voices are like nails on chalkboard. Do they know something you don't? Or do they know? Or do they simply find pleasure in making a fool of you? Cover your ears with your hands. Shut up. But their voices scratch and claw at you. Your head aches and their laughs echo inside your skull. Cold maniacal laughs sound like those robbers back in the village, the ones who took your fiancé away. It's too much. Try to lean against the tree, but your body disobeys and lurches forward instead. You fall to your knees. You're merely feeling, you by your lonesome, nothing to anchor you. The voices in your head grow quiet. The eyes get heavy. Is this it for you? Is this how you die? Come on! You end it there? What a cliffhanger. I mean, from what I know, there are different endings, maybe, but yeah, I think I'll leave that up to you guys to see what that could entail. And that was very interesting. I very much enjoyed that. If you guys want to check this out, link will be down in the description below, and yeah, just be careful when you're in the forest, and who you meet in the forest. Be sure to not give them your name, because you never know, you could end up in this situation. Wait, hold on. Hey yo, why are you not letting me quit? Come now, the fun is just about to begin. Hey yo, wait, hold on. Okay, we're not ending it here. It's like slowly fading. Wait. Now let the show begin. Okay, never mind, we're not ending it there. Oh, what a cop-out, but I like it. Eyes open and everything is still. Voices in your head are gone. Place your hand on your chest as you can remember what a regular heartbeat feels like again. Gone for only a short while, but gosh, did you miss it? What happened back there? You don't know. Look around for Fresco, but there's no one in sight. It's just you. Weeping willow trees, birds chirping far off in the distance. Birds. Once again, you don't know why, but the sound of those birds making your fingers twitch and your heart race faster. Shaking your head from the thought, get up and walk towards those birds as fast as your almost limp body can take you, step by step. Step, step, step. Chirp, chirp, chirp. That's all your ears can focus on. Step, 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 and all the chirps. Grab the crow from the tree branch. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Bird's blood seeps out of its broken neck. Breath gets hot and heavy. Looks delicious. What is happening to me? Stomach growls as you continue to stare down at the dead bird. Lick your lips involuntarily. You slowly bring it to your mouth. By the gods, you. But before you finish your thoughts, something else takes over. You drink slow at first, and then sip, 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 sip. Lick your lips clean by the blood, or of the blood. Now an emaciated bird falls to the ground. Its tantalizing taste lingers on your tongue. You realize you need more. But in human speed, your head snaps in the direction of the new noise. You turn, tracking it down while the chirping becomes a quick, forgotten memory. Move with a quickened purpose. New senses alert you to a new presence, far to the east, and you move. Sound of panting and shaky, clumsy footsteps gets louder. You're getting closer. Dense thicket clears to reveal a young man on the verge of tears. Auburn hair frames his grubby face, marked by dried mud and light scratches. His clothes aren't those. Villager A. Didn't put up a fight. I always felt bad we off them so quickly. No, we're just terrifyingly strong. You're right. Cheers to that. Lethal expressions that your fiance's murderers would have or would haunt you forever. This was... Are you Fae or human? Doesn't recognize you. Terrified man stares at you for a second, taking you in and carefully approaching you. Can you help me? I don't know where I am. Unless you got loose, so I ran afterwards. Ogeron tugs you out your sleeve. You fight every urge to spit in his face. How dare he touch you with the very same hands that senselessly beat your fiancé? Please, help me. A fine display. Twice in another life you'd believe it. His bleeding eyes at once coolly watch your fiancé die. Now tears are streaming down his face as he begs for you to aid, or for your aid. And you salivate at the sight. Mind wanders to unknown territory. How would a murderer's blood taste on your tongue? Foul or absolutely divine? Same gleeful expression this murderer once wore stretches across your own face. Feel a familiar presence. Fresco lays their hand on your shoulder. Warm breath tickles your neck as they lean close, and you shiver. They twirl a strand of your hair in their finger before seductively whispering. What will you do, my little rabbit? Drink or restrain yourself? What do I do? I say fuck it, let's drink it. Man took everything from you. Now you get your revenge. You chuckle. What was it that Fresco said earlier? An eye for an eye? True, that phrase rings now. Grab the young man's shoulder and pull him towards you. Press to wriggle out of your grasp, but to no avail. Spin instead. What are you doing? Let me go. I'm doing what needs to be done. Now hold still, you monster. Forcefully pointing his neck to the side, you spot a plump vein right for the picking. You open your mouth and the man shrieks, petrified. Wrestles in your grasp again, you grin. He will submit to you. Deep plunge into his neck, his blood-curdling scream echoes in the empty forest. Feast on what may be the finest meal you've ever had. When was the last time something tasted so sweet? There was one time something had prepared at home and cooked a meal for your fiancé. Try to remember their smile as they handed you the meal, but the details escape you. Let down harder, so to grab hold of this memory, this person that lured you. Fuck. What can you remember? Man's tendon loudly snaps. Your sweet blood pours into your mouth. Frustration turns to ecstasy as power and vengeance courses through your body. Victim blood splatters against your cheek. He feebly tries to push you away, but it's useless. You're strong now. Still he doesn't give up. At least he has fruitless determination going for him. Well, not for long, for you'll take that from him too. Then stops. His arms fall to the side and his head lays limp. You chug the last of the intoxicating red liquid. Feel like mouth noises. Your once bored memory fades in. Details of the smell are the first to go. Then it's the dish they prepared. Soon you forget their facial features entirely. But at least you remember the name and it's gone. Whatever had been weighing on you is gone. Finally you're free to revel in the present that lies before you. So you dance to the rhythmic sound of your drinking this human's blood. You sing as their sweet nectar coats your tongue. When all is finished and his body has been cast aside by the handiwork, and smile, you stand reborn. The wound that Fresco left on you earlier has closed and faded. There remains is light scar. You're aware of beings that you weren't before, or who watched the barbaric scene with glowing eyes. Someone claps behind you. You turn, you're met with a sight that becomes a light in the unending darkness. Fresco's proud gaze. Well, Robert, you've done well. Wasn't sure you had it in you. Why not? Were you hoping I'd die from the stunt you pulled? You said I'd be the first to prove your theory true, but to be honest, how many have succumbed to these trials of yours? You smirk. You're not seeing the forest for the trees. They're close until you head towards them. Now tell me, how does it feel to have shed your human skin? You lay your hands on their slender chest, sliding it inside his top so you can feel more of him. It's amazing. In this new life of yours, how do you plan to spend it? Leaning strands of their white hair tickling your bloodied face. Perhaps we should start with your reward. Seeing you covered in all your hard work, I don't know how much longer I can keep myself together. You can just quickly before I lose interest. Wrap their arms around you and pull you close to them. You can practically feel their excitement. Lean forward to finally close the distance between the two of you they pull away and chuckle. Why, I mean, when I brought up the Fey rules, of course. Seriously? Are you no longer interested? Is it because you've forgotten even that from your previous life? I heard that you couldn't hold on to our special moment. You frown. Care less about that right now. But Fresco doesn't care. To you have no regard of your disinterest. Yes, it is I who made the long-standing rule of the Fae. It is I who told humans of our rules. Why would you tell them how to navigate Fae customs? They smirk. So the rabbit, desperate enough to make a deal with me, knew exactly how to find me. So you gave humans the tools to deal with Fae, and endangered your own kind, to have an endless supply of test subjects? Exactly. And look what it brought me after all these years. Fresco's voice felt slow as they whispered the last part in your ear. See, wasn't that a great reward? It was interesting, but not nearly enough. Twirl the fingers along your inner thigh. Shake and try your best to muffle your moan. What about this? Press the lips to your neck, making sure to lick out the blood from each spot that they kiss before making their way down to the next. Eyes close shut and you grip their hair tightly as they continue to send a trio of kisses. Rub your neck down to your collarbone. When they stop, you slowly open your eyes and pout. Are you really gonna stop before either of us are finished? Finished? Are you sure you can handle with that? I guess we're about to find out. Why are you trembling? Seems like you weren't used to your heightened senses yet. Look at the hems of your pants. Every of the hands inside. Little because graze your skin. Touch. Set you off. Cool warmers and tightnesses at the teasing. Grip for Fresco's shirt as you try to maintain some semblance of composure. Fresco. It's smoother than the rest of your sentence and push you up against a tree. Shut your eyes once more, allowing yourself to experience the new monstrous feeling that's taken a hold of you. Have patience. I like to play with my toys until they're just right. And trust me, get you whipped into shape. I'm sure you will. And is that the actual end now? Is it going to allow me to actually quit out of the game? Yes, it does. Okay. So that's actually the end of Where They Wait. That was actually a very interesting game. Definitely did not expect the fake out in the main menu. Because I thought it was... yeah, I was kind of disappointed and sad that it ended off with that, but yeah, it turns out it didn't. And I'm so glad for that. Definitely was a great surprise, and I very much enjoyed that. But yeah, that's it. I can finally end it off here. Yeah, just make sure you don't trust anybody in the woods, unless you want to get turned into a Fae.